Hi everybody. Wanted to do a video and share a small project that we've been kicking around for several months. I get calls on pretty regular basis asking about streaming TV, over the air, local channels. What's the best way to do that? What's the best way to get that for nothing? Um, One solution that I do have, I wanted to share because it's a good do-it-yourself product or project. Um, you don't necessarily need to pay somebody to come out and do this at your place. Um, Not complex, and one little twist I want to share at the end of this, a really good way to distribute over-the-air TV to your household. So we're going to do an install on our house, and show you kind of the ins and outs of how to do this. First step, over-the-air TV, still available today from all the major broadcasters. One reason you might be wanting to do this is you're cutting the cord, you're going to drop cable and you're going to start streaming, but you want more local channels than what's available. Two, you might just be really cheap and just want over-the-air TV. Three, you might be techie and want to play with some of this stuff. So we're going to put this antenna up. This is a Clearstream TV. You can buy this on Amazon for under $100 with the mast. I am going to mount this on top of the house. The more height you can get with this antenna, the better, and getting it outside is better. If you mount this in an attic with a shingle roof, it will work okay. If you mount this inside with a steel roof, it will not work. So I don't care if you buy a $500 antenna, you have to get it outside for it to work well. So I'm going to get this at least 30 feet in the air. We have an old 2-story house. I'm going to get it outside, and I'm going to point this one straight west towards Alleman, the Des Moines market. But I feel pretty confident that we're going to pull channels from Cedar Rapids, Des Moines, Waterloo, maybe the Iowa City market. This is not omnidirectional, but it's not focused, so it's going to pull that in pretty well. This is the box that comes in. If you're looking for an antenna to use, you don't have to get the ray gun style, the crazy looking stuff that looks like a Martian invented it. This little antenna will do a good job. It'll pull in channels from 70, 80 miles away. The only other pieces we'll have there, we'll mount that with that mast. I got that as a kit. I have a 60-foot piece of pre-terminated coax. This is RG6. The company that put this together did a good job. It's weather rated, so part of this can be outside. There are weather boots on the end, so we can get a good seal. $20 on Amazon. And then the last piece, if I just had that, I could run that down, plug it into the back of a TV, and I could pull in over-the-air channels. But I'm going to distribute this over-the-air to all of our smart TVs in the house with this magic box. This is a little piece called an HDHomerun from a company called Silicon Dust. It will plug in to that RG6 with the lead from the antenna, and then it will plug into my home network. And I can download an app on all the smart TVs from Silicon Dust, and I can stream our over-the-air channels locally without internet service, and without having to run coax to every TV. You can do this over Wi-Fi. You can do it with a smart TV that's plugged in. Adds a lot of flexibility. This has 4 individual tuners built in, so 4 different TVs can watch 4 different channels from one antenna. So really slick. I'll show the setup on that. I'm going to get the cable run, show you the mount with the antenna. That's easy, but go into a little more detail with the setup of this. And I think the flexibility here is good for everybody, and it's something you can do yourself for under $350. This is a $200 piece. So I'm going to get up and get that done. I will be back with you and show you the setup. So a quick update from the roof. I've got the antenna mounted coming out of my chimney. I was able to pull the cable up through the smoke chamber all the way from the basement. That's coming up attached to the antenna, but this thing is mounted, it's steady, and it is pointing straight west towards Des Moines. Okay, so just got off the roof. I was able to get the antenna all mounted up. Routed that cable over here to my data rack. So this is the far end of that cable coming off of the antenna on the roof. I'm gonna go ahead, I'll dress this up later and make this look nice, but just so everybody can see, I'm gonna hook up this HDHomerun to the antenna. I'm gonna hook the HDHomerun up to our home network. So we have a pretty complex home network. I have an IoT network. You can run this just anything. If you have a regular router, get this plugged into your network so it's available to your Wi-Fi as well. And then power. So we plug this in, power it up, and I now have tuners available on my home network. We'll go upstairs, download the app, and show everybody how this works. Very simple. Okay, so we have downloaded the HDHomerun app for Roku. There's an app for Amazon Fire, Roku, a couple other platforms. You can put the software on a computer and stream this to a laptop. You can put the app on a mobile device. But for our smart TV, I'm going to show you how it works with Roku. Here are all our apps, all of our streaming services. You notice down here at the bottom we have the HDHomerun app. That opens up, automatically goes out onto my home network and finds that little device we just plugged in the basement. And with no configuration at all, it has gone out and found all the channels that antenna is pulling in. We just counted 83 over-the-air channels in Brooklyn, Iowa. A lot of duplicates because we have a lot of ABCs, NBCs, and CBSs for multiple cities. But if you're looking for a way to get a whole lot of free over-the-air channels and distribute it really easily, like I said, this antenna and this HDHomerun combination work really well. Really easy to set up, really easy to install. You don't need to be a pro. Give it a shot, make it easy on yourself. Thanks.